What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. Tier 0 has consistently had some of the cheapest prices on sneak peek / leading up to the actual releases of sets, and they're pretty good at pricing things to where they will actually be priced once the set is out. That's where they've been winning, with a further 5% down below. But I take your guys' concerns seriously, and so do they. They've heard of more than just a few packages going missing. They are international mail, and these things are bound to happen. So they want to reach out to you. I realize that it's an inconvenience, that you don't want to deal with customer service all the time, but in my Discord, I've only heard good things from people who have dealt with their customer service and have been shown the experience. They wanted to reach out to everybody on my community tab post that said they had packages go missing. They have their direct email here. I'll be putting it down below. So if you've had any issues, please have whatever order number you have ready. Try to have the tracking number provided. They're going to get back to you, they're going to take care of you, and they're going to figure out what's happening. But they are, again, changing mailing services moving forward. That was a huge part of the issue. They'll be paying more for these services, but trying to keep their prices low for you guys so that you keep visiting back. So again, do contact them. I've only heard really good things about their customer service. Again, I haven't had to experience that. Nothing they've sent me has gone missing, but I do want you guys first and foremost to always be taken care of on the channel, and they are very interested in having good customer service, because if we've learned anything from the trading card business, customer service over cheap prices is going to end up winning when you've had bad experiences from places. So they definitely do want to make sure to reach out to everybody here. That being said, let's go ahead and get into today's Market Watch. Zaborg the Mega Monarch. $30, huh? Who would have seen that coming? Who's been saying Mega Zaborg seems really good with the future incantation stuff? Now, of course, this got overhyped from Shurik's coming off the list and Brionac to 3, but I think currently Nekroz isn't that good. Yeah, hot button topic here. I don't think Nekroz is a very great deck. Having to play through Thunder Dragons, yikes! Colossus on board means Brionac and Shurik aren't doing their things, and are you really going to be able to early on Trishula them? Oh, by the way, your Deva Ritual search effects too. They're not going to be doing their things. Like, Thunder Dragons really shut this down, and it hurts. It hurts real bad. I think later on with Deva Rituals, there will be better ritual decks to play with this, such as Herald Christia, but also the Deva Rituals themselves. By the way, I keep saying that. It's incantations for us TCG players. I'm sorry. I've been learning OCG names, and it's a bad habit of mine. But definitely being able to summon incantations and then slam Zaborg on top of them for that tribute summon, and having the incantation self-replace already so that you haven't lost any advantage, tearing up those extra decks, it's really huge. And Zaborg and Herald are going relatively crazy versus where they once were. Herald almost a $10 super rare. Remember to search every kind, but yeah, almost every single version, all three of them are towards that $10 mark on TCG Player. There's a 7% kickback on TCG Player, which has caused prices to go even a little higher than normal. But when we look over here, we see that it takes a little while to get up towards that $9 for the near mint version. So if you're really scrambling for future incantation stuff, you might consider picking up the Heralds now. Maybe wait on Zaborg. When will we get a reprint? We got the Caius in the layer structure deck, but I just don't see where they'll place this coming forward. Maybe Battles of Legend Konami right before the WCQ, please. Of course, that's a long time to wait to play, you know, a whole half a year for Mega Zaborg, so just kind of keep an eye out, see where they'll fall. They've had several volleys of buyouts, so no telling when and where it will land from here. But I don't think it'll take off with Nekroz hype, so I'm hoping to see prices go back down for you guys soon. But Herald I could see staying up, as people needed 3 of them things for Mega Zaborg himself, and also at least to send with Kaleidoscope for Unicorn. Multifaker nudged up a little. Ooh, woo, what's this? Nuzzles up in price. I'm actually surprised more of the Alter Guy stuff hasn't baby bumped up. It got new support by A, not being hit on the ban list, but B, also our good old Pot of Extravagance, which is demanding a very extravagant price, as it were, overall. Again, Tier 0 cheaper. It's nice. It's $66 versus the 70s plus you're handing out elsewhere. And we did actually see some prices go down towards this on eBay earlier, but they've all disappeared. So where this will fall, we really look to the set release. I was thinking $50 because Altergeist is the main deck that wants to play it, so how many of these are really going to be going out and around? But, man, it's holding way higher than I initially thought. But a lot of you guys called it being a $70 card. So you guys are on the money for once. No, see what I did there? See what I did there? Definitely interesting, though, that many people seem to be drifting towards Altergeist, at least on TCG Player. Again, on eBay, it seems around the older market price. Now, what's exploding is Trap Trick. This gets played in Altergeist in some variants. This gets played now in Thunder Dragons. I've been seeing variants that were already using this with Scythe before, but now you get to hunt down Eradicator Epidemic Virus, which I also showed you guys below a quarter, I believe, and now is towards the $4+ mark. It was towards $5+ the other night. But if you shop around, you can find some a little cheaper for the holo version, and of course, you can get the commons for practically nothing. These are just for people who are slaves to hollowing out their decks, which, let's be honest, a lot of us competitive players like things to look nice, but I'll take, spending 30 cents on commons over $12+ on the holos for myself. But again, I get it. I get the want to do that. You get bored, your competitive mindset, and you're gonna start hollowing out your deck. And it was a natural course that this was gonna go up from 15 to 50 cents. Like, there was no way it was sticking there after going to 3 on the FNL list. Sanctums are moving. It's been a long time coming. Sanctums are actually moving on up from the slow little $1 to $2 they'd been at. And it's pretty powerful. But on eBay again, it's lower. It's so weird, this dynamic, to where eBay just consistently is cheaper. That's 7% all week. I guess it really did it. Artifact Scythe is also something just to take note of. It's been bubbling towards the, being bought out multiple times. There's $11, $12 copies. Think about this for Thunder Dragon. Some people are underestimating Eradicator, I feel, in terms of what it does to Altergeist and Sky Striker, but it annihilates them in the first place. If you're playing in the mirror match for Thunder Dragons, you definitely want something that isn't Eradicator to search with Trap Trick, and being able to shut off their entire extra deck, that's pretty good in the mirror match, isn't it? So for the Thunder Mirror, this is great. Against Sky Striker, Scythe, still pans out when you're summoning it by Sanctum. That's feels good, man. There's so many ways to make this work for you against almost any matchup, being able to shut off the extra deck. But you are playing bricks in terms of Scythe, and that you would need to find a way to destroy them yourselves. But playing basically 6 copies of either Strike or Eradicator, depending on what you're playing against, it seems like Trap Trick ends up good against every single meta deck when you have Sanctum as a tool as well. So just a natural course of action that this would also be going up for decks that end up interested in playing Trap Trick. Moving on, let's see, Cyberstein. Oh, the FTK, it's so insane. I don't think it will top. I personally think it's got too many places it can get hit. It's not immune to a hand trap such as Impermanence. Yes, you can try to dig the hand traps out with Neospace Connector. It's kind of where people are trying to say the Danger Dark Warrior stuff is going to go. I'm a non-believer, but I also think Azathoth isn't as strong right now. If Sky Striker and Altergeist are 2 of the main decks versus, say, Thunder Dragons. What does Azathoth on your opponent's turn really end up doing against Altergeist / grind decks like Sky Strikers? I don't know. So, is this the movement of where Danger Dark Warrior will go? Let me know what you think, but, boy, is it trying to be expensive. Again, just vastly cheaper on eBay today. I don't know what's going on other than Fallout on eBay has been much faster after the ban list as we head toward Chicago, but do you really think they would unban this and not reprint this in something like the OP packs, your tournament support packs, or something of that nature like Dual Power? Do you really think that that's gonna not get a reprint come the next couple of months? I definitely think it will, considering we haven't seen any other printing besides the Jump variant and DB2. Also, just a funny thought. man, they actually touched 2 prize cards on this list, unbanning Cyberstein and putting Goldsark to 1. The old prize cards are so freaking powerful. Naturia Exteria, one of the cards you would be summoning with Cyberstein, it's a little bit more expensive, but really not by that much. This originally got hyped by Waking the Dragon, so it did see a more recent buyout, which is why quantities want just collapse back in automatically. But it's not like it went anywhere too crazy for the DT version, is my point. I think you can get whatever variant you want if you're a true Cyberstein duelist that's just looking to have some fun by paying 5,000 and hope you don't get negated. You got that going for you. And going through Savage Strike one more time, things on TCG Play are not falling out very fast. Thanos Dragon, very expensive. Witch's Strike, very expensive. TCG Player will take about till the set release, which is why I tend not to use them as a measuring stick. And that 7% off really putting in work. But when you look over at Tier 0, it's relatively nice comparatively, $50, 66. So again, I just want to end on the same note I began on. I hear you guys that have had problems. They hear you guys. They're reaching out. I will have that email linked first thing in the description. Contact them if you've had any problems with your orders and are wondering where they are. They want to take care of you guys, and I do hear you as well. Again, changing shipping services as well. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. What do you think of today's Market Watch? Things going crazy all over the place in preparation for YCS Chicago, and of course, because of the ban list, this is kind of like, there wasn't time to do this all in one Market Watch. It's just going so insane. But what do you guys think of what's going on everywhere? And what deck are you playing heading into Chicago? Like, if you were going, what are you picking up? Are you picking a sleeper like Guardragon Crusadia? I think missing that Heretic Link monster, it's a bit much for that deck right now. We get that in dual power. So what are you arming yourself with as you head into this format? I really do want to hear what you have to say, and it'll help me kind of look at more prices around than maybe just of what I was thinking about. Thanks for watching, everybody.